Hey guys, what is up? Sam or Scorpiola here, bringing you guys a guide on how to complete the brand new Savage Impaler Easter egg inside of the Dead of the Night Zombies map. This will unlock for you a brand new cool little area of the map called the Crypt, which you can explore. It's very tight, very cramped, and a lot of vampires spawn there, so I wouldn't recommend hanging out, but it's generally a cool place to explore. And this new Savage Impaler weapon is an insane crossbow. It's very similar to the NX Shadowclaw from Black Ops 3, and we did find that it did absolutely shred werewolves from our experience, and the vampires. Not so much zombies, but it's generally a really fun Easter egg to do, and something I would recommend you all give a shot at. So we're just going to get right into this. You will need to have Pack-a-Punch open before you get started for the second step, but yeah, we're just going to go into the first step right away. So for your first step, you're going to need to find 6 candles around the map, and you're going to need to put them out by meleeing them. As you can see, the first one here is in the music room. Just hit that with a knife and it will put out the candle. There's going to be 6 of these and they spawn in the same place every time, nice and easy. The next one is here on the east gallery on this little table here in front of a couch. Sometimes these things can be a little bit hard to hit, but yeah, just give it a few swipes and you'll get it. The next one can be found in the master bedroom on this table on the bedside. And then our fourth one can be found downstairs, actually in the wine cellar, as if you were going down from the right hand side entrance from the main hall. It's just next to these little barrels here on this table tucked away. All these look identical, so you should be able to recognize them in going about. The fifth one here kind of shows how finicky these can be to hit, and this one is going to be in the study section in the upstairs of the library. You can see here me and Tame spamming at it. It's just on this little table again in front of a couch. And then the sixth one is in the direction as if we were heading in towards the dining room off the main hall, and this is in the east hallway, just sat on this little table. Once this is done, you can move on to the next step where we're going to be finding a ghost. So this next step is why we're going to need Pack-a-Punch open. Pretty much there's going to be a tombstone that you can interact with down in the forest, and it will put you into this zombie blood vision when it's interacted with. Now only each person can only do this one time per round, so make sure you get it. Pretty much once you're inside this vision, I'd recommend you head straight into this portal right into the middle of the mansion, and you're going to need to be looking for a ghost. This can spawn pretty much anywhere in the mansion itself, not anywhere else, just inside the building itself. I've seen this in the master bedroom, I've seen it in the main hall, I've seen it in the dining room. This is where it actually is in my game. I've seen it in the library, so it can spawn pretty much anywhere, and once you find it, you're going to have to follow it pretty much. Now it can go through walls, so you're going to need to be careful not to lose it. You're going to need to know your way around this map. Just make sure to keep track of it and not lose it, or you will be absolutely screwed. But unfortunately this zombie blood vision only lasts a limited amount of time, at which point the ghost will stop moving and you'll no longer be able to see it, since it can only be seen in this vision. At this point you're either going to need to flip around to be able to use it again, or have another one of your teammates give it a go, because everyone can be escorting this. Just make sure you're rotating out this zombie vision. So yeah, as you can see here, you are going to need to follow this all the way until you eventually reach the Mausoleum area, at which point it will begin doing this really cool effect where it will kind of possess zombies. So you're going to see some zombies. Once it's here, the ghost will be totally visible and it won't be disappearing, and it will start turning zombies blue. And these zombies are pretty much the zombies you're going to have to kill in different ways to get 4 different pieces of jewellery. Each one of these seems to be acquired through a different type of attack. Now these don't necessarily spawn every time, so you're going to need to sometimes do it for a while. I mean, we were doing it for 10 rounds, we did some experimenting, and we seem to have established 4 different types of killing it that will get these pieces of jewellery nice and quick. So the first one is going to be a specialist weapon kill. Nice and easy, just kill one of these blue zombies. It has to be the blue one, they're the only ones that will drop it. Kill one of them with your specialist and it'll drop one of the 4 pieces of jewellery. The 4 pieces are a watch, an earring, a ring, and a necklace. These are pretty distinct when they spawn on the ground, as you'll be seeing on screen. When they do spawn, you'll notice them nicely here, and yeah, once you pick it up, you can move on and just keep getting them. So as I say, you're going to need 1 through specialist weapon, 1 through a shield bash attack, 1 you're going to need to get through a normal general kind of weapon attack. Pretty much any kind seems to have got this for us. We used the shield's gun actually to get it, so if a normal gun isn't working for you, I'd recommend trying that. And then the 4th one seemed to be got by using a Wraith Fire grenade, but we do presume any type of equipment will work. I know most people tend to run Wraith Fires, so I assume pretty much any type will work. And once you've actually got 4 pieces of jewellery, that's when we can move on to our final step. Pretty much you will then be able to go inside this mausoleum, and you can see that there's these 4 circles that are sat, these white circles, inside of the mausoleum building itself. You're going to need to interact with each of these to place a piece of jewellery down onto them. Once all 4 are down, you'll see this cool white thing will appear, and each one will go blue. Once this is done, you can move on to the next step, which is basically our final step of this little Easter egg, where you are all going to need to make sure you get all 4 players in your game up to the mausoleum, and all 4 of you are going to need to be hanging out in this tiny little building, I know, and you will see that there's this kind of white pattern on the floor. What you're going to all need to be doing is, within this area, you're going to need to kill the Nosferatu vampire zombies, the little fast things that are a bit like Nova Claws. You're going to need to kill them inside of this little hut. Now it seems to be about 15 of them from our testing, and you'll know one is counted when you hear this scream sound. So yeah, as you can hear a pretty distinct woman screaming kind of sound in doing it, and once you've got all 15, you'll know because the whole floor will go blue, at which point you need to get your whole team together and you all need to run to this little gravestone area, because you have a limited time to get into the crypt before it will reseal, and you're going to have to re-get these kills. Now once everyone's been into the crypt, at that point it stays open, but basically you're all just going to need to run down and stand by this stone, and it will gradually open when all 4 players are there, and you can all run down, and you will find when you get fully down there that it's going to lock you in. Now at this point you just need to kill these vampires, and then you can pick up this melee weapon. This is where you can pick up the Savage Impaler, and I think this is a really cool quest personally. It's a fun little one that you can do in your game, and yeah, unfortunately only 1 player in your game is actually able to pick it up in a particular game, which is unfortunate obviously, because we all, well, we're going in hoping to get it individually. You're seeing a bit of gameplay of it on screen right now. It's a very cool little weapon. It's got 24 shots I believe inside of a clip, and 288 in its reserve, and pretty much, well, you're just going to need to use it and have some fun with it. It can only shoot. Unfortunately, it's got no special melee attack. You'll be noticing it's very much just the NX Shadowclaw. It's very weird that this does seem to continue to lock you in. I don't know if there's any more to be done with it, but it does seem like the area continues to lock you in. I'm not sure what's up with that. But yeah guys, that's actually the end of this Easter egg. I'll be bringing you guys another very exciting video today, showing you how to get into not 1 but 2 other secret rooms inside the map. That's going to be a great video, so make sure you guys subscribe for that. And yeah, like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you on more Black Ops 4 Zombies guides. Bye!